Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toju and you're watching TM Creatives. So welcome back again guys. As you know, it's been a journey. We've covered quite a lot in terms of graphic design module, and TM Creatives is, like I said, is a creative verse where we get to learn things like graphic design, web design, UI UX design, and sometimes motion design. And I feel like we've covered most of the things in most of the basics for graphic design module, and we are now launching two of our other modules, the UI UX and also the web design. And the reason why I'm launching these two is because in a way they are linked, they work hand in hand. I would like to show people from the UI UX perspective and also show them how to implement their design into a real life website. Of course, I'll be starting with the basics, and also I'll be using some frameworks to, pick up the pace so that you are able to also have an idea on being a front-end developer or have an idea on being a UI UX designer. You can build the full package if you want to, and that's what these new modules are going to teach us about. And like I said, I'm launching with the UI UX, I'm launching with the web design, and we are going to be touching a bit, getting an idea, a feel of what the sample project will be working on in this module will look like. And first, I will say there are several categories of projects we'll be doing, like samples. So we're going to be working on things like landing pages, landing pages for different kinds of businesses. We have for logistics, for anime. I love anime. I don't know about you. For anime, for maybe entertainment wise, like something about skating and stuff like that. Also, we'll be learning from, also be looking at maybe like NGO based kind of websites, just to get a feel and an idea. I have all these presets down already, so but because of the teaching of this class, I'm going to be going through them again. So like I said, we have sample projects we'll be working with. So at the end of the module, we will be able to confidently say, yes, you are a UI UX designer to some point. Yes, you are a web designer to some point. So stay with me as we get learning. And in just today's module, I'm just going to be showing you a feel of what a UI UX designer is, what a web designer is. Basically, for a web designer, I'll also be targeting things like front end. We will not be using the advanced kind of programming languages, but I'll start with the basics, like I said, just for those who would like to become web developers or web designers to know what it is, or to know the starting points in it. So you stick with me in this. The very first thing I want to say, I want to explain a bit on what I'm saying. So when you say a UI UX designer, or when you say a web designer, what I feel the simplest way to dial this back is imagine a human body, right? A human body. We have first we have the skeletal system, then we have the muscular system before we actually get to have the flesh and the face, what makes up the human body. The final result of the human body. Now think of it this way. Think of the skeletal structure to be the UI UX, right? Think of it to be the UI UX. Now, in terms of UI UX, what I'm trying to say is UI UX, by the way, it means user interface / user experience. Now, in this aspect, a UI is different from a UI designer is different from a UX designer. But there's also we have UI / UX designer. What I'm trying to say is that UI means user interface. These are people, or these are individuals who build the skeletal or the way a particular solution should look like, right? They give it that feel, that life, right? Now a UX designer is slightly different. They also touch areas of of the UI, but their own job is to make sure that they are looking at the solution from the user, from the customer's perspective. Not everyone is tech savvy, so they need to make the app or the solution as simplistic as possible, meaning that it needs to have a look that every user, every customer can connect with. They need to enjoy using the app. It does not need to frustrate them, right? That is where the UX designer comes in. They are the ones that put those, for example, settings. They can put in settings in a place they feel like, okay, a customer will be able to pinpoint where it is without frustrating them using whatever solution they want to use. So that's the idea. Now, think of the UI UX as the skeletal system. Now, think of the anatomy. That's the human anatomy. We're talking about the muscular and other parts of the body. Think of it as the front end, right? The back-end development is something different. Back-end development is more like you're talking about how the art works, how the art is pumping blood into the system, stuff like that. That is something you can talk. That is a detail about the back-end developer in this. You don't get to see all those things working, but they are working, right? So, like I said, for the UI UX designer, you are looking at the skeletal region of a human body. Then the web or the front end is basically the details to it. You are saying, okay, this is what this person's this is where the head goes to, things like that. That's what you're looking at. You can also relate this also with the UI UX as well. Like I said, UI is different from UX, but you can be both. So UI is more looking at the body, right? But UX is more like looking at, okay, if I move my left hand, what can I do? If I move my right hand, what can I do? How many times can I blink? That is it. So this is what we're going to be touching, and I will be showing you some examples from my system for you to get an idea and a feel of what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to achieve in this module. So stick with me, and the way this module is going to work, I'm going to be doing UI UX and web. So basically, we're going to pick a project. We're going to work on the UI, design the UI. Then we now create the code, the program for it. But in order to do this, I need to also put you through the basics of of the web, of being a web designer, or programming. You're coding basically. So we're going to be making use of the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then just to pick things up, I'm going to be using a CSS framework called Bootstrap in order to make sure that we are working faster. I'll show you a bit of tricks here and there, and we're going to be seeing how we can implement our UI UX designs into web environments, making it lively, making it to come to life basically. So that is what we're going to be doing. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
So here's my screen. As you can see, this is actually my Figma. So first, let me start by saying the tools we'll be using for UI UX design is Figma. It's a tool called Figma. You can easily download that. And the other tool we'll be using for web design is Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code, that's the name. This is it over here, Visual Studio Code. So those are the two tools we'll be using. As you can see, this is my Figma profile and my community, where I get to post some of my UI UX design projects, and people get to like duplicate means that maybe they want to be inspired, they still want to keep the actual file of what you have, so in case maybe they also want to get an idea on their next project. Then we also have the standard likes, where people like and follow as well. So this is my Figma profile itself, and here is actually my actual where my actual projects are, right? Projects that I've worked on and I've built for people over the years, and projects that I'm collaborating with other people in my field. So first, then I want to show you some of the web projects we'll be diving into or duplicating. This is what I did. So this is actually the web version of it, and the UI UX version for Swift Send. Like I said, that's a logistics project, and in the logistics project, I designed the UI UX on Figma first before I moved it. Sorry, I'm looking for it. Figma project should be somewhere here. Let me search. we have to, okay, let me go to my community. I think it should be here. Swift send. Okay, this is it over here. So this is the UI UX design project for it. It's just a landing page. So basically we're just landing pages for now. Landing page is just to give you an idea of if you can really nail how to design a landing page, you are good. Yeah, I mean, I would say you can do anything, because landing page is always the first thing any user or customer sees when they enter into your project, or when they enter into a website, right? It's the very first page they see. So as you can see, this is the raw design here, and this is the web design here. So this is responsive. When they say responsive, it means that the, the your website or your web project must be able to reflect on any device, it finds itself in. That is the main goal um for stuff like this. It should be able to reflect into any project you do. So as you can see, this is the web flexibility of this website. So no matter what, you see, it adapts to the screen size of your device basically. So we've achieved this through bootstrap web-based programming. To achieve this, as you can see, I can type here converter. I can type, or what are you converting into, convert this. I can put in a backend to give the amount, but this is basically a logistics company kind of website. Then we also have the another website we'll be doing. I did this for a friend. I mean, me and my friend, we collaborated to achieve this, right? So this is basically um a kind of entertainment kind of sites for skaters, people that skateboard a lot. They can buy, they can pop, they can upload, you know just do fun stuff on the website. As you can see, I gave credit to who credit is due. But I designed this website. The UI was shared with me on Figma, which is what we used to achieve this, and it's also responsive as well. And this was also built with material design bootstrap, right? And HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as well. So that's how we're able to achieve this, as you can see here. And yeah, you can take any screenshot, like I said. So I can even put it to landscape, and we still get something good. You see, we still get it. So it's quite responsive and quite nice, right? Then the other website, like I said, is the anime website. So I'm a fan of Demon Slayer. So I was inspired to create this. I first designed this on Figma. Let me show you the work on Figma. I designed this on Figma first before moving it to before implementing the code for it to work on a website, on actual website. So yeah, okay, this is the file itself. You can see all of these screens were actually designed. So I'm going to show you these screens. So we have all of this. So if you go to character, I don't know if okay, yeah, I have something in character. So I create like a scrolling kind of thing here. So you can see you can scroll through the characters and open up a character. So you see this. So this is what we're going to achieve, right? This is exactly what we're going to achieve. You can see how beautiful it is, right? So now let's come back to home. So you can see the effects and everything. We're going to be working on this. This is purely bootstrap and JavaScript. Remove here, the arrows here is controlled by JavaScript that goes to the next page. People who are fans of Demon Slayer will understand what you see here. This is for different series. So we have the Slayer mode and Demon mode. The Demon mode shows the demons basically, or the bad guys of that particular season. So yeah, I'm going to achieve this, and of course it's responsive. It's quite responsive. So as you can see, it's responsive. So we come here, click on this, then we can come here, go to home, right? Have this. So yeah, it's good to go like this. So this is exactly what we're going to achieve here. Then we have the NGO kind of. So this is like a basic website. I mean, there's really no something special apart from the animations I added there, right? As you can see, this is part of the amazing things we're going to be looking at in this. We're going to learn how to create a navigation bar, create the jumbotron. I call this a jumbotron slide, right? Or you can call it a slider, basically a banner slider. We have like a small banner footer over here. Then we have the next segment of the section of the website. Then we have further information about the website. The theme section, meet the theme. The meet the theme is always very fun to design. You can design it anyhow you want, add a fun animation, stuff like this. Then if we come here, right, we can see it is responsive as well. So responsivity is always very key when making a website, because you don't want to frustrate your customers. You need to show them everything that you are offering. So that is the idea. So I've shown you all four of these, and these are literally going to be what we are going to be achieving. The other website inspiration that we can actually do, but at the tip of my, I know I've done quite several ones, but they are not actually live, because I can provide the links for these websites that we're going to be making, so for you to just have a feel on what we'll be doing, right? You can also, we can also work on a personal portfolio as well. So for me, I have a personal portfolio. So you can create like a web-based portfolio, and for those who already know UI UX and want to do web, you can create a personal portfolio for yourself. I have two actually. This is the first one, right? Then we have a second one here. Then we're going to be talking about web speed and the rest later on. So this is just an idea on what we're going to be achieving, right? So I'm going to change this very soon. As you can see, I'm working on a new one, but this one is just more like giving me an idea on what I need to do. So yeah, this is what we're going to be achieving, making websites, UI UX design. And in our next class, I'm going to start with UI UX design. I'm going to look into things like wireframing, prototyping, in fact sketching to some point. I don't know, I might not really go too much details in sketching, but I will try my best. Then we start off with a simple project, like we can do something like a logistics landing page UI UX design first. Then we'll not do the web-based design for it. We can always change the name or look for something else, but yes, that's what we're going to be focusing on. I just thought that this is going to be the first module. It's best for me to introduce what we are going to be achieving. So I will provide the links down below. You need to download Figma. You need to download Visual Studio Code. So yes, that's what we're going to be achieving. So see you in the next class. Next class we're going to be looking into UI UX design, the basics. So we're going to touch about things on wireframing, prototyping, and get started with our first project. Then after that one, in the next class we'll talk about the web-based tutorial for that first video, for that UI UX video. So stay with me as we go on this journey in learning more about UI UX and web design. So
there you have it, guys. I hope we're able to get a feel or an idea on what we're going to be achieving from all of this. We are going to be looking into UI UX properly, and we'll be switching it. So UI UX, then the web version, converting our UI UX to actual websites, and you are able to boldly tell yourself that, oh, you are a UX designer, and you can also program the interface for it, because that is always like one of the most trickish part of the job, when you are designing a UI UX page, and you can also boldly program the screens for it. So I hope you join me on this, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends, share the link. I'll be leaving more details below, maybe links of the websites we'll be looking into, links of maybe to download the Figma, and to download the Visual Studio Code, very important. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next module in our